As the summer of 2022 was just about hanging on, I had that familiar feeling that it had once again rushed past and I'd not spent enough time in the wild or on the beautiful UK waters. My first proper multi-day paddle since I'd paddled 200 kilometres up the west coast of Scotland the year before, in the summer of 2021. Summer couldn't end just yet. My paddling confidence had taken a hit over the year since that trip, and I needed to find it again, in Knoydart. Hi, welcome back to Scotland. I'm not where I planned to be, well, not where I initially planned to be. I was going to paddleboard around Arran, but the weather forecast is windy. Not bad, but just really changeable, and for islands, like island paddling, yeah, I thought I'd play it slightly safer, so I'm paddleboarding Knoydart, which you'll have seen from the title of the video, which I'm really excited about. Still going to be hard. There's a southeasterly wind hitting at the moment, pretty much for the next week. It's just like a southeasterly wind. It might shift north towards the end of the week, but yeah, so I'm currently heading east. East up, I've forgotten what this is, Loch Moura, and then I'm going to do a portage of about 1 kilometre over basically the land between this loch and Loch Nevis narrows in about, well, from where I started, it's about 11-12k along Moura. So there's a portage of only like about just over 1 kilometre, which goes over to Loch Nevis. It's a hill, so it's going to piss me right off, but I've planned it. So I'm going to go over there, and then I'll be on Loch Nevis, and then I've got a bit of I'm not really sure then whether I'm going to carry on east and go and stay like near Stirley's Bothy, where I camped near when I was doing the Cape Wrath Trail, or whether I'm going to just head across Loch Nevis and camp somewhere there, because basically you've got a very narrow channel, Kyle's Knoydart or Kyle's Moura, anyway, not a really narrow channel that then opens out again into the loch down by where Surley's is, but it's tidal, so it depends what time I get there and tomorrow. Anyway, it's a bit of a decision which I'm not going to decide yet, because I got miles to go, so I'm just going to see what time it is by the time I've done my portage and everything. Have a feeling I won't be going down to Surley's, because I'm going to be stuck there if I do. If I paddle from there tomorrow, I either paddle at like 4 in the morning to get through it whilst the tide's going out to go with it, or I wait until like the evening, or I go against it, which means paddling against it or potentially getting out and walking. Anyway, I'm just talking crap and half this is not going to go into the video, so yeah, let's go. Look how flipping beautiful this is. The wind is like pushing the water. I'm just literally in the shelter at the minute, but the wind is like whooshed. It doesn't look like it on the camera at all, but trust me, it is. When I get round there, it's going to be a pain in the ass. But you can't see it, but I've got the Isle of Arran is like the view, like very distant view, which is where I went back in May, which is cool. Oh my god! It was forecast to calm down, but look at it now. There's still a tiny breeze, but it's calmed right down. There's houses over here. I did not expect there to be houses. You must really hate people if you live there, mind. There's no road. Like, how'd you get there? There's boats by there, so you must have to get a boat. You must have to have your own boat to get there. Maybe they're holiday houses. Or you have to walk. Hell of a walk, mind. Jeez. That's commitment. Good for fitness, though. Fitness holiday homes. There's a plan for you. Well, that's just... the breeze has turned me around. Hang on. Somewhere, shortly, there's a track with a glen that goes... I'm kind of regretting this already. There better be an actual glen, because I can't go over stuff. No, it's okay. Looking at the contours on the map, it is a glen, like between... It must be after that bit. Between... You watch now, I'll be fuming, climbing a bloody mountain with a paddleboard. Can you imagine? Oh God, don't say that. This is stunning. I'm so happy. They're on me. Get in there. Cape Raft Trail. Take 2. It's the first bit. Do you know, my idiotic self, when I looked at the map of this as well, was like, oh, if I have to do 2 runs, I have to do 2 runs. I ain't doing 2 runs. Wait till you see. Take 2. Come on, boys. Get up there. Off we go. Lovely day for a hike, isn't it? Did it for the views, I did see. Did it all for the views. Oh, killed me doll. Here you go, boys. Have a view our way now, is it? Lovely. Lovely. Off we go then. Oh, come on son, off we go. Come on lads. I can see it. Come on boys. Let's run. No, let's not run. Let's not run. To it, okay? And I haven't got it. Look at this. It's a little church by there. Look at this. You have to have a boat to get there. And there. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and high tide a bit further up the loch is like 20 past 3, right? So high tide down here will be like slightly later. So anyway, it's 3 o'clock now. The water is coming up quite high. I did think this when I was pitching my tent. According to the map, I am very close to the high water line, the high water spring high water line. However, the seaweed and stuff that's where I am was very dry. Seaweed dries quite quickly, but like other things like the grassy moss stuff was very dry. So in my wisdom, I'm thinking that the water didn't come this high on the last high tide. And according to my app, it won't come as high on this high tide as it did on the last high tide. So it should be okay. But it does seem quite high. And it is still rising. And because this is like fairly flat, it won't take much rise in water level for it to like come actually higher up the beach. If I get flooded and I have to evacuate, obviously I'll try and show you. Hopefully that won't happen though, so. Guess who's back, boys? The man, the myth, the legend that is the thermos pot. Oh, have I just put too much water in there? See, I've forgotten. I've not used this for so long. Oh, shit. I just split my coffee bag. I've got coffee everywhere now. Dick. Anyway, yes, he's back. Shady's back. This coffee is disgusting, boys. I got different coffee bags. I brought loads when I was going to do the Cape Wrath Trail because I couldn't decide. Was that what happened? No, because I don't know what happened, but I got loads anyway. And these are not, I usually use the Percol ones, which are not bad. Coffee bags are not great anyway, let's be real. But the Percol ones are alright. These, Lions, horrible. They are compostable, so they are plastic free, but they taste like they're wrapped in cling film. Like they just taste like chemically and just not coffee-ish. Buzzing. Need to get shifting before the weather turns. Hi, I don't know why I'm talking to you through this, I just am. Because it's alright at the minute, so let's go! Just giving my feet and shoes a quick wash before I go because I found a load of mini ticks on my hand after I put the tent down. So I just want to make sure, obviously they're not going to try and kill me. It's quite nice as well, refreshing. Oh. There's a bit of a wind as well, easterly still, so I'm actually just making some progress sat here. Bye. Yeah, so we're going to go with the wind and head out that way towards the Sound of Sleat. Loch Nevis is a tidal loch, so I don't know what the weather's doing because, well, I screenshotted the last weather forecast that I was able to look at because obviously I've got no signal here. I've screenshotted all the tidal stuff because that doesn't change. But yeah, tide's going out at the moment still, but not for that much longer. So it's not strong here anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much in the loch, but nice to go with it if you can, innit? Right, less talking and more going. wanted to find water, and there's a campsite there which I'd seen on the map, so yeah, I managed to sneak some water from the campsite. There's literally no one there. I saw a woman with a backpack, but she didn't like she was camping there. She might have owned it for all I know, but I just waltzed up as if I'm allowed to do it, you know. But yeah, it'd be a mint campsite because you've got views out to Rum from here, and Malig is just like over there. Rum, here I come. I actually feel like I could paddle to Rum right now just because the wind's going the right way. It's only about 20k from Malig, I think. Could do. Pop there. Won't be able to get the ferry back though. Nah, not today. It'd be rough out in the middle. I've just made a beeline for these little beaches because, well, look at them. These were on my list for camping as well. So I'm in that conundrum again where I'm tempted to just like sack it really early because I would love to camp here. This always happens. I get to places I want to camp at the wrong time. Oh, it's stunning, man. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to at least get off and have a look, and wow, holy moly, this is insane. Windy though.
If I wrote you a song, if I got every word perfectly weighted on a thin piece of paper, would it make any difference? Would it change for the better? If I wrote you a poem, if I posted a letter?
Today's episode of the Gone Off Food Challenge, Sarah is tackling a chicken keema curry which went out of date in May. It's now September. I'm sure it'll be fine. I think it's more the packaging actually, because it's in the compostable packaging and the dates on those are like always shorter than the normal ones, so I think it's actually the packaging that starts like possibly decomposing, but it'll look fine. Could be some decomposed packaging in there, who knows. I'm sure it'll be fine. This is so peaceful. Here comes the rain. I haven't thought this through, have I? I'm away from the tent because there's so many midges there, but they're here as... Oh. Okay, I might have to move or something. I don't know what to do. I'm trapped in a net with porridge that I really want to eat. I actually cannot believe how lucky I am right now. This is insane. This place blows my mind every time. Like, Scotland is just, it's heaven. It's actual heaven.
If I told you that I don't know where I'm going, don't know what to say,
This is incredible.
but I go without no.
Big spicy one. I'm about, where are we at? Well, almost 10k now up the Sound of Sleat. You can kind of just see in the distance that's Egg, the Isle of Egg, the big square one. Rum has disappeared behind Skye. All of this to my left, out to the west, is Skye. La 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 la. And then this is mainland, and this to my right here, which is east, is Knoydart, on the mainland. And shortly I'll be heading, I'm going to turn right by here, I'll be heading in east up Loch Horn. So it's probably, I don't know, another K maybe till I turn. Might stop for a quick break at that beach by there, just because my back's hurting a little bit and I could have a snack. Although I don't even need to stop for snacks at the moment because it's so calm, and I've got this little, I'm loving the new Palm quick release belt. You can't see it right now, but I'm pointing at it, which is useful for you on my head. But it's got these pouches on it, which are like really cool. It's got, I've got a water bottle pouch, and also like well, it's a pouch for anything, but I've filled it with snacks, which is great because it opens up more space then in my buoyancy aid pockets. And I used to try and wear like a quick release belt and like a waist pouch thing for these longer trips. But it's a pain in the arse because I'm like, well, if you do need to quick release your belt, like if you're faffing about because you've got like another waist thing on. Anyway, yeah, this one is really good and I can just get snacks out. I might have a bit now actually. Do you want something? What we got beer then? What would you like from my little, yeah, do you want some flapjack? Have some flapjack, boys. It's really nice actually, that one's white chocolate and raspberry or something. It's good, man. Anyway, so yeah, look how good these flipping conditions are. It's like, I wouldn't have thought this a couple of days ago, mind, looking at the forecasts. The forecasts have like just changed dramatically, which I don't know why I'm acting surprised, because it's Scotland and it's just, if you want to sum up Scottish weather in one word, changeable is the one, you know. But so the whole point of this trip really is for, well, I was originally going to do the Isle of Arran, but obviously I've changed it due to the conditions, because island exposure with not great conditions, I don't think it would have been fun, so it looked a bit better up here. So anyway, yeah, the point of this trip really is for me, I've lost a bit of confidence with paddleboarding multi-day stuff, and I need to become more okay with making decisions on the day, like living day to day with paddleboarding. I'm fine with it with hiking stuff and biking stuff. You know, you just deal with everything day by day. It's fine. I don't mind not knowing where I'm going to camp. I don't mind not knowing how far I'm going to get. I don't mind not knowing where I'm going to eat. Like, I can deal with all that uncertainty, but I really struggle a bit with it with paddleboarding, and I try to control everything, and you can't control the weather conditions, funnily enough, boys. And with shorter stuff you can manage, you know, to get it in a weather window or whatever, but with longer stuff you can't necessarily get it into a weather window. I want to do longer stuff, so obviously I did 5 days and almost 200 kilometers last year up this west coast from Inverie to Fort William as part of my Scottish Adventure Triathlon. But I killed myself in that 5 days. Like, I went for it because I wanted to get it into like a half decent weather window, and I just want to become more okay with like coming out and dealing with it, you know, not in a dangerous way, but I mean just not over, you know what I mean? Like not being able to plan everything to the mark. So I want to get my confidence back. I just feel like I've lost it a bit. So yeah, it's going really well. I mean, obviously right now the conditions are insane, but like you know, I sat in the house before this. I almost completely cancelled this trip and just worked. And like I would have missed out on all this, but it was because I was sat in the house like over analysing all of the forecasts, and that's the time when I struggle, is when I'm in the house. Once I get out, I can kind of cope better, which I think it just works like that, doesn't it? But when I'm in the house, I'm just massively trying to over-engineer it, and like if I'm not feeling okay about it, then I just won't do anything. Won't even change the location, just won't do it. Which is not, like, that's just crap, because there's a little voice in my head going, if you're doing a challenge or an expedition, you won't be able to change the location, blah, blah, blah. But then I'm like, but this isn't a challenge or an expedition. This is training, and this is the point. Like, the point of training is to become more comfortable. Like, maybe do less distance, like I am with this, less distance in more time, so that I have the scope for dealing with different conditions and stuff. Like yesterday I sacked it early. I would say because the rain was coming in, but I sacked it early because I wanted to camp at that place, but also I knew the rain was coming in. But yeah, anyway, that was a big waffle. So if you're still here, thanks, hi. I always hope with these waffly bits that maybe they help someone, or maybe someone relates, or I don't know, or the rest of you just go and get a fucking cup of tea, innit? Do you know what I mean? Or just put your feet up and have a nap. I am sleep therapy, you're welcome. Right, so shortly we're going to turn into Loch Nevis, which is just by there, which looks insane. Look at the mountains, man. The rain's here. Oh, and she's turning me around. Nope, okay, bye. This is amazing, Loch Nevis. I've really found my flow this afternoon as well, so I'm just, I'm quite chilled and I'm just flowing along. Also, I have got slight tailwind now actually, which I didn't expect, because it was a headwind like an hour ago. Oh, the changeable weather of Scotland. Yeah, it's now behind me, which is cool. Makes me nervous for tomorrow though, because I'm coming back up here, but tomorrow's a different day and we're not thinking about tomorrow today, although we're definitely thinking about tomorrow today. Yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna carry on because I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna carry on because I'm like really in the flow now. The GoPro battery just decided to be a dick and switched off when it got 30%. So if it's gonna do that, I'm not gonna film anymore. I'll see you at Barrisdale. You know when you're like, oh, I've got loads of time, and then you blink and suddenly it's 8:30 and you haven't eaten and it's going dark. So that just happened. Also, that was really funny. So I just went down to the bothy, the Barrisdale bothy, which is an estate bothy, so it's got like water and stuff in it. I stayed in it when I did the Cape Wrath Trail. If you've seen those videos, then it's where I met Jim, the coast walker. My tent's making a weird noise that I've never heard it make before. In the wind. It sounds like maybe if like a what are they called? Guideline? You know the string, what are they called? The strings. Guideline? I'm going insane. Anyway, the strings. It sounds like a string like vibrating, but I haven't put any of the strings out. Can you hear it? What is that? Oh, that's gonna be fun tonight. I'm also really scared that my paddleboard's gonna blow away. I've put it there. The idea being that if it does blow away, hopefully it'll like hit my tent and wake me up. I've put rocks all over it. See, it's gone quite windy now. Oh God. I've put rocks all over it as well, because I'm like, if that blows away, I'm fucked. Like, what do I do if I'm asleep and that, like, blissfully unaware that my paddleboard's just blown off into the loch somewhere? What do I do? I'm stuck. I literally can't get anywhere without a paddleboard. Anyway, let's just, oh God. Let's just hope that doesn't happen. This is why I thought about going up and camping at the campsite, because there's like a little campground. It's not a campsite, but there's grass outside the bothy that you can camp on. I was going to go and camp up there, but I just couldn't be asked to carry all this stuff up there. But I was a little bit concerned about the exposure here and if the wind picks up and my paddleboard taking off. Anyway, what I was going to say was I went up to the bothy to get water, and yeah, there's a couple of guys in there, and I walked in and was like, I think I said something really weird, because I don't like to assume that people are doing the Cape Wrath Trail if they're in these bothies, because I met a lot of people when I was doing it that weren't. They were just doing like circular walks and stuff. Not so much here, but, well, I met Jim who was doing a coastal walk, but down at like Sully's and like some of the other ones, sorry, there's a midge. There's people just doing like other stuff, and I just would go and assume they were doing the Cape Wrath Trail, and then they'd be like, oh no, I'm just doing this or whatever. And then I'd feel like I was saying, like, oh right, you're not doing the Cape Wrath Trail, I don't really care then. Like, obviously I'm not, and obviously no one would ever even think that, but this is just how my brain works. I overthink everything. So anyway, because of that, I don't assume people are doing the Cape Wrath Trail, so I think I said something really weird, like, having a nice hike. Like, I literally didn't know what to say, even though I thought they'd think they probably are doing the Cape Wrath Trail. I said something really stupid like that. Anyway, they both instantly went, fit for adventure, and I was like, oh my God. So that was really random. Like, they both see my videos and they're both doing the Cape Wrath Trail, which is really funny. But yeah, so hi Sebastian and Ron, if you're watching this. You're probably not. You probably hate me now because I said something really weird when I walked in. Probably going to overthink that for the rest of my life, not going to lie. It's going to wake me up at like 4 AM some random night. Yeah, so I was talking to them for quite a while. So and then by the time I walked back, it's kind of gone dark now. But it was really nice to speak to them. So yeah, I'm going to have some food now and then go to bed. And hope that my paddleboard doesn't like fly to Ireland. Because that'd be a bit shit. Good night. The sun is just about to pop from behind the mountains. I'd like to downgrade the rating of that camp spot, by the way, due to the stampeding deer through the water. Also, I just need to mention, please don't go and camp there, because I'm an awful human being. Last night when I was coming back from getting the water, it was obviously almost dark, but I noticed a sign that says, like, please refrain from camping on that kind of sandbank, whatever it is, due to birds, like you're going to disturb the birds. And I was like, ah, shit. And obviously it was almost dark, and I was like, oh God, like I have to pack everything up, walk like 500-600 meters up to the camp thing, and then re-pitch and everything. Okay, I'm a human being. I'm a bad human being. I'm making excuses. I probably should have moved. I don't know. I do feel bad about it. I am just making excuses. It's probably what every criminal does. So yeah, please don't camp there. It's not a great campsite anyway because deers will stampede through the water at like 4 a.m. and scare the living shite out of you anyway. So yeah, don't camp there. Anyway, we're gonna move on because we can't dwell on these things. And look at the sun coming. Here comes the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I filmed myself like paddling off from the loch. Please don't judge my paddle stroke on that, because like in the mornings my brain is quite awake. My body, however, is like, fuck you. I am not ready for this. I'm still recovering from yesterday, so it's like stiff as a freaking broom trying to paddle. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking because you probably can't hear me because I feel like the wind is blowing into the mic and I'm probably going to bin all this footage, so hey. And I'm wasting time when I could be looking at that nice sunrise. So you go look at that nice sunrise and I'll look at that nice sunrise and we'll all live happily ever after. Goodbye. I've had to stop and fill up my snack bag, lads, because the problem with me starting early is I eat bloody everything. Oh, that's my rock. Forgot about my rock. Oh, we've got baby bell there, yay. I'm going to deploy the crispy coated peanuts now. Yeah, I bet loads. It's not even 10 o'clock. I also thought about camping here, to be honest, but because it's got views of Skye, it would be a mint like sunset behind Skye kind of thing, but it's literally just like 10 o'clock. So it's a bit early to like picture. It'd be nice because I could like chill, but meh. And I think I'm going to bag it for another day because it is a good spot. It would be a good spot, like looking up the rest of the Sound of Sleat as well. But yeah, maybe next time. Right, changed my mind, lads. I got a little bit further down and then I was like, I really kind of want to camp at that spot. So I thought, oh, bugger it. So I've come back because this is kind of the point of the trip, is to like get okay with, you know, chilling a bit and like not being neurotic about getting it done in a weather window. And like the wind direction doesn't look like it's going to change tomorrow either. So it'll still be the right direction for pushing me back south on the Sound of Sleat tomorrow morning. The only thing is it might be slightly more difficult getting into Loch Nevis because I think it's going to be a bit stronger tomorrow. But anyway, webs. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So yeah, I'm gonna stay here. Maybe like look at the view. Like it's literally the sky cooling. It doesn't look that great on here actually because it's kind of zoomed out, but it's like it's gonna be sick if there's a good sunset, you know? And if I change my mind later, I can always go like once the tides come back up and then starts going out again. So like 6 p.m. tonight, if I want to go, I could head then. So, but I think I'd probably just chill out. Like I could go do some swimming. Like there's some cool seaweed down there, like really freaking slippy, mind. Almost killed myself about 7 times trying to get off the water. Honestly, it's like neck breaking stuff. When I was passing the fish farm earlier, they really freaked me out, by the way. I actually, last year I passed loads of them when I was doing the adventure triathlon thing, and I stopped eating fish for ages because I just find them really weird. Anyway, a guy came out of it on his boat and like came towards me, and classically I thought, oh, he's trying to run me over. He actually came to offer me a lift. And the exact same thing happened last year when I was doing the triathlon, but it was a massive fishing boat near like Shona Island. And I thought it was trying to kill me, but I think they just think I'm a dick and they're like, why is that girl on an inflatable like in the middle of here? Like obviously she's screwed up, so we better save her. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. It's quite funny. But yeah, they're quite friendly bunch, these fishermen, you know? Kind of them. I'm itching now and I think the midgies are in. Right, gotta go boys, gotta go. morning. You probably can't see me. My little lantern thing died, so I'm on the head torch. It's an early one again. Didn't really speak too much yesterday after I pitched here. Just had a chilled afternoon, really. Did some swimming, climbing on the rocks. Wanted to get a good sleep last night. Didn't really, for some reason. Don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why. It's because I'm covered in midge bites. Like, caked really bad. And they just drive me insane when I get in my sleeping bag, because obviously I get warm and then they all start itching. Thank God I got Savlon with me. I'm literally coated in this stuff. But yeah, anyway. Gonna get on the water ASAP and start heading south. I love how after a few days of being out, your gear suddenly has a very specific order that it needs to be packed, and it just comes together, you know? Right, we've got to do some pumping this morning, lads, because I let some air out yesterday because it was quite sunny, and obviously I'd left the board on the ground. And if you leave your board in the sun fully inflated, the heat increases like the air pressure inside. I sound like a scientist, and but that is a thing, and it's not good for your board. So yeah, always deflate them a bit, at least a few psi, if not more, if you leave them in the sun. Top tip, don't say I never give you anything. If you have a paddleboard, you probably already know, but just in case, innit? Right, you don't need to watch me pump this, you've seen it like 700 times. Yoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! We've got some wind waves this morning. Woohoo! I've obviously got a bit of a breeze behind me, but nothing like major. But what I think is happening is the wind is blowing, it's that easterly wind again, it's blowing east and it's pushing the, don't fall, it's pushing the water down Loch Horn like it was yesterday morning, and then it's obviously pushing it out into here. So yeah, I'm just going to ride with it and hope that it's not too bad trying to turn east into Loch Nevis. That'll be fun. Whew, sky looking a bit cloudy this morning over there on the cooling, but all in all, it's not a bad morning so far, apart from being absolutely killed by midges. No jokes, lads. My face, I don't even want to see my face later. That's my fisherman boat friend from yesterday, he just waved at me. I love making friends on the sea. So just having a little wander around on my desert island-ish, and I found an actual Wilson. Like an actual Wilson. Wilson! What the hell is it? I don't want to touch it because I don't actually know what it is. It's like a coconut, but it's not a coconut. Wilson! There he is, lads. There he is. Right, so I'm going to go and give it a go, getting into the loch, because worst that can happen is I come back or I stop or whatever, you know, it's fine. But I can't be bothered to wait here for hours, so I'd rather just go give it a crack, innit? Give it a crack, see? Give it a crack. Let's go see, is it? Let's go see. Oh, I love this place. Bye. Bye, beach. Gonna have to come here again. Probably won't though, because there's loads of other places, isn't there? Bye, beach. Should I leave my name? Nah, I can't be asked. Right, let's go. Crabby pants. Hello, Crabby. This is cool. I didn't see this when I passed here the other day, because I didn't come this close to the rocks. Loads of like little cave bits. That one's cool. See if there's any otters around. Look at all the seaweed. It's so cool. I can smell it as well. It smells proper oceany. Nevis. Here we are, lads. I'm sticking to the rocks as much as I can. Oh, boat. Lads, do not underestimate the power of a scone and a coffee. I feel fan-dabby-dozy. I've just tucked out the wind at the side of the loch a second. Notice I say the wind, even though I thought this side was going to be like the sheltered side. I think it's shifted. Excellent. But actually I still feel fine. And do you know what? I'm thinking about going all the way down this loch and going to Surley's Bothy, because I kind of feel like I can't paddle Knoydart and not go down to Surley's. Obviously stayed down there when I did the Cape Wrath Trail. I won't go to the Bothy because there's always people in it. Anyway, you'll see whatever I end up doing. I'm wasting memory card space and battery and your time. This will be another point where I'll check how many people exited the video. Right, let's rock and roll, boys. Oh my god, lads, there's dolphins. There's a boat there, but there's dolphins. See it? Dolphins! Ah! First time I've seen them in Scotland. I've seen them in Wales. Where are you, boys? Oh shit, I'm turning. Oh, boat ran them over. Cool. Lads! I want to go with them, but I don't want to chase them, and also I can't be asked to go back. This is why is that? It's huge! That is huge! That... Oh my god, I'm drifting away with the wind, but I don't care. That is huge! That's not a porpoise. Where's it gone? Oh, I really need to pee, I'm going to piss myself, I'm so excited. And I'm drifting. I'm going to end up back in Inverie in a second, but it'll be worth it. That was huge! I hope you could see that. This is... Why is that? It's huge! So these are the places where the tide is a consideration around here. As you can see, I'm being pushed along quite nicely because of the narrowing of the loch, and then it opens out again, and the incoming tide, all the water's being squeezed, so it's going fast. So there's no turning back now. I'm definitely going down to Surley's. And I definitely need to make sure tomorrow that I hit this when it's coming the other way, because I ain't paddling against it. So yeah, this is fun. Oh my god, the wind! I just need to tack into the side for 2 minutes. Come on! Fucking hell! You've heard of the Loch Ness monster? Well, that's the Loch Nevis monster. He's got a bit hairy over the years. He doesn't say much either, mind. Nice though, isn't he? Alright, lad. I don't know if this end's the head or the ass. Can't decide. I think it's the head. I think actually it is the head, and he's trying to get up the loch like I am. He's been there years, mind. That's what I'll end up like. Oh my god, I'm so flipping close to it! These two seals have literally followed me the whole way up. Hello, Jackie. jokes, this is the most tick infested camp I have ever done in my life. Honestly, the tiny ones, and I found one of those big red, you know, the ugly red ones, but the tiny ones are literally, they're walking up my tent. Every time I put a peg in, I lift my hand, and there'd be like 7 walking over my hand, more. I did that multiple times, flicking them all off. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Like, I can't put anything down out there because they're walking all over it. Had to brush off everything that I've put in here because it had them on it. So bad. I think I'm maybe all right now. Like, I went to the water and literally just like, I probably would have got naked, but there's 2 people standing down there. But yeah, like, washed my arms, washed my legs, found one on my ankle, got it off, like embedded, like pulled them out. R.I.P. me, mate. They're bad. So bad. The morning's going to be hell because I'm going to be like trying to pack up and stuff, but I'll just dip myself in the water as I leave or something. So bad. I am not getting back out there. Not till the morning. If ever. Here we go, we're in the Kyles again, and it's much easier than yesterday because obviously I'm just going with it and the wind's behind me, so it's not spinning me. Still a bit choppy. This is killing me today. I don't know what these are, right, but I absolutely hate them. I call them like ninja flies. They're like quite flat flies and they just land all over you. Like, they've just got no shame. They're right up in your face, making themselves a cup of tea in your bloody nostrils. Like, they're just... I hate them. Hate. Nice rums looking in the distance. I don't think you can see it that well on here actually, but it's looking very clear, and it wasn't looking like that when I was there, let me tell you. Howling, lads. Yeah, I've only got about 7 or 8 kilometres left to get back to the van. West, down the loch. So yeah, I've done I've done like 5 since I got on here, I think 4 or 5. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here, I think, because you know, you don't need to see that bit. I feel like it's been a successful trip. It's funny how every adventure gives you like more ideas for other adventures, because I've now obviously walked through Knoydart when I did the Cape Wrath Trail last year. I've just paddleboarded around Knoydart. There's some beastie looking mountains there. I've not been up on the mountains of Knoydart. Coming next year. It's been amazing. It's been absolutely like so epic. Yeah, and I feel like I've achieved what I set out to achieve. When I go back to my van, if it's still there, hopefully it is, I'm going to drive straight to Malig and I'm going to have a shower, because this is a note for anyone who's doing anything in this area. If you've not got like a campsite or whatever, when I went to Rum, I found that the car park on the way into Malig on the left has showers in it. It's got like public toilets and showers, but like really nice, really clean ones that you pay for. They're literally ideal. I used it when I came back from Rum, because you get the ferry from Malig. It's so good, especially if you're in a van but you're not actually gonna like stay at a campsite or whatever. So I'm gonna go straight there and use that. And I'm honestly tempted to throw my tent in, because the amount of ticks on it this morning, I've shoved it in the bag with ticks all over it, because it would have took me way too long to be there like flicking them all off. So yeah, that's my plan now. Get some nice food and yeah, 10-hour drive home in the morning. Right, too much waffling. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. See you again. Ta-da!